I'm Samara Schwartz, the Director of Youth Learning and Engagement. My very first memory of the High Holidays, and specifically of Kol Nidre, is sitting in the pew at the service under my father's tallit, playing with the fringes and feeling them as they slipped through my fingers. I was young. I was old enough to read. I could have been following, but the service was late and I was tired. And so I just sat and let the service wash over me as I felt warm and safe and comforted, wrapped under my father's tallit. I know it was Kol Nidre because that's the only service where a tallit is worn at night. Traditionally, tallitot are only worn during the day, specifically when they're light enough that you can see the blue fringe apart from the other fringes. But on Kol Nidre, the tallit is worn at night. And we wear it at night mostly because we take the Torah out. And you wear a tallit when you take the Torah out, and Kol Nidre is the only evening service when the Torah leaves the Ark. We also wear it because tallitot are often white. And when we are wrapped in white, we are like the angels, close to God and singing God's praises. And we also traditionally wear the tallit when we call out the 13 divine attributes of God. God is merciful, God is kind, God is long-suffering, God is patient, all of the kind and generous ways we hope God behaves on this day of judgment. And Yom Kippur is a day of judgment. It often makes people very uncomfortable to think of God's judgment on these days. It's a lie. And we call God Avinu Malkeinu, our Father, our King. And the service often focuses very much on that Malkeinu bit, the king part, as a king sits in judgment over his people. But when I put on my tallit, I can't help but think of God as a loving parent. I can't help but feel in God's presence the way I felt under my father's tallit, safe and warm and protected, drifting off to sleep surrounded by my community. And that's how I feel when I wear it on Kol Nidre. I know we're supposed to feel the awesome weight of God's judgment, but in my tallit I feel only the love of my parent. Shana Tova, have a meaningful service.